Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Star Mountain Outdoors and Bushcraft. I'm John, and today I am taking you on a 3-day trip into the San Pedro Park's wilderness. Come on and join me. San Gregorio Reservoir, the first highlight of our trip. San Gregorio Reservoir is a popular reservoir with day hikers and fishermen, and there is no camping or campfires allowed within a certain radius of the lake. There's a reason why they call it the Las Vacas Trail. The trail continued gradually uphill through open meadowy forest surrounded by aspen, Doug fir, spruce, and other trees. Alright folks, I'm about 1.5 miles in on the trail so far. And I've got to tell you, it's been a very cool hike so far, very beautiful. Lots of wildflowers, the lake was cool, and little bridges and well-maintained trail. A couple logs to cross, but there's a trail crew coming in as we speak. There was one at the trailhead, so man, just look at all the beauty behind me there. It's just lovely. So, hope you're enjoying the hike so far. At least as much as I am, and we'll talk to you in a few minutes. Take care. Here is my trail junction. and I'm going to follow the Rio de las Vacas to San Pedro Parks. Alright folks, I've hiked in, about 2 miles, maybe a little more, and thought it was time for my first snack break. I haven't had breakfast yet, so figured it was a good time to have a Cliff Bar. Delicious. And drink some water. I drank a bunch of water right at the trailhead before I left, so I haven't had any yet. Things are going well. I'm making great progress, feeling good. It's a bit cloudy today, a bit overcast. There's supposed to be about a 40% chance of rain, I believe. So that's probably increased up here in the mountains. So that means I want to make my camp right around 1, 2 o'clock. Because I'm sure it'll probably be raining about 3 o'clock, maybe even sooner. So I'm not in a hurry, but I got a later start than I wanted to. I want to do about 8 miles into San Pedro Parks. I left the trailhead at about 9:15 or so. I wanted to get up there about 8, but I woke up an hour later. So anyway, that's the situation. I also forgot my sun hat, so I'm going to have to use my driving hat instead. You always forget something, it seems like. Even I've been doing this for 30 years, I'm still forgetting stuff. But anyway, life is good on the trail. I'm having fun. Natural beauty and adventure, that's what it's about. Alright, I've been hiking along Clear Creek here for a little while. It's a nice little stream going through a stand of small diameter spruce trees. And it doesn't look like it has any fish in it from what I can see. I think it's too small. I was looking for a fish darting away from me as I walked by, but I saw nothing. And then I came across this signpost right here with no sign on it. I'm thinking this is the junction with the Lucero Trail. It's a very lightly used trail, it looks like. Let me show you. You can kind of see a crossing right there, and it goes back a little ways. And there's supposed to be also the Clear Creek Trail, which follows the creek as the Las Vacas Trail heads across the hillside. So it's kind of a three-way junction here. I think this is the spot. I don't know because it's not signed. But this may be the way I'll be coming back. I was thinking about taking the Lucero Trail back. Okay, so I lied. I walked about 100 yards up the trail and found the actual junction. I think it must have been moved at one time or another. That was the old trail junction, and this one's the new. I'm gonna keep on going up the Las Vacas Trail, which is that way. Here I go. Not sure what this is. Funky looking little flower. Look at that. So you can get an idea what the leaves look like. Anybody know what this is? Please let me know. I'll try to look it up too. Kind of pretty. Okay, this trail's obviously not as well maintained as that first couple miles of trail. Okay, after steadily climbing almost the whole way, it seems The trail is flattening out now and it's quite nice. Wow, is this a nice, flat, beautiful trail or what? This is the kind of trail you dream about as a hiker. It was nice after about 3.5 miles of climbing uphill. Now we're at a beautiful stretch. It's flat and straight, a little muddy in places, but man, who can ask for anything more? Oh, and I wanted to let you know that today is Monday, July 1st, 2019. I am planning on spending 2 nights here in the wilderness. To give you a little background on the San Pedro parks, it's basically just a big plateau with numerous meadows. What I'm trying to explore here is the beauty of the meadows and maybe see some wildlife. When I was here before, I saw at least 2 herds of elk, so let's see what we can find on this trip. It's kind of a swampy, meadowy spot to hike through here. I'm gonna follow somebody else's tracks and hope I don't sink in the mud too much. It's a little sticky. I don't know if you can hear the slop I'm hiking through. Pretty meadow though. Squish, squish. Ooh, now my feet are wet. I don't think there's any avoiding it here. This is just a wet spot. Alright folks, it's about noon, so I thought I'd stop and snack a little bit for lunch at this lovely little meadow here. Alright, there are clouds starting to form, and it even looks like there's a little bit of verga coming down off of them, so I probably better get going and find a place to camp. Find a place to set up my tent so that I can have some shelter tonight. Oh, this is an interesting marshy stream crossing here. Let me see here. How do I get across this? Interesting. Wow, I don't really see a spot. My feet are already a little wet. I don't know what the big deal is. Oh, that's deep too. Wow. Oh, there's a log right there. That's it. That's the crossing spot. There we go. Much better. Sometimes it takes a little scouting. I cannot believe that there is still snow here. You'll see it here in a minute as I hike by. I know this is 10,000 feet, but this is July. And usually we don't get that much snow here, but over last winter we did. Oh, and I just heard some thunder. It's probably almost time to find camp here. If you don't like getting your feet wet, you probably don't want to go hiking here, because I just hiked through another little mosquito marsh here. You can kind of see probably where I came from on the other side over there. Alright, I've made it to the Rio Las Vacas. And I'm gonna head up towards San Pedro Park. Real pretty area up here with all the dandelions. Okay, I was on the other side of this meadow and I was just showing it to you, how pretty it was. And I saw this camp. Look at nice fire ring. The creek's right here. There's a sitting log, a view, tent sites. I think I'm home. Alright, the clouds are coming in and Big Agnes is all set up. So I've got shelter. Alright folks, camp is set up. I've hung a bear bag. I even redid the fire ring, made it a little nicer. Made this place home. The only thing I can do now is really collect firewood. But I'm kind of expecting it to rain. There's been a lot of thunder. No rain yet though, although I think before I got here I see some drops in the ground and the dust. But yeah, I'm home for the night and just hanging out now and relaxing a little bit. Maybe I'll get some snacks. I found an insect that I'm unfamiliar with. It is quite pretty in color, but I don't know if it's a bee, a fly, a beetle, or what it is. So if any of you entomology nerds out there could help me out, I'd really appreciate it. Alright, it's starting to sprinkle just a little bit. It's not raining yet, but I've got everything put away where it's safe just in case. I think it will start raining pretty soon. And I think it's about 1:20. Oh, it's 1:42. So that's what I'm doing now. I'll probably just wait out the rain by taking an afternoon nap, which sounds pretty good to me at this point. Tired today. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Alright, it was obviously a good decision to stop and make camp and set up my tent and crawl in it and take a nap. I don't know if you can hear it on the rainfly, but it's raining lightly. Which is good, because I wanted to test this tent in the rain to see how it does. I'm sure it'll be fine. But anyway, good night for now, and I'll see you when I'm done with my nap. Alright, you can probably hear that the rain's really picking up now. So, darn good decision I made to make camp. It's pouring now. This will be a good test of the Big Agnes tent. Big Aggie. I think that's what I'll nickname her. Alright, I'm just giving you a quick look around camp here. This is what the weather looks like. I needed to get out of the tent. I was in there for about an hour, maybe 2 hours. And it's still kind of wet and drizzly. Thunder off in the distance. Hope it clears up before supper time. Alright, it's about 4:30 and it has stopped raining now. Yay! I'm happy about that. I can get out of the tent, get a fire going, but I need to find some dry kindling first. So I think that's my first priority, and I will be back. Alright, I've got my favorite fire starter, a cotton ball impregnated with Vaseline. I've got some dry tinder there I got from the spruce trees underneath the branches, and I've got some wet stuff I collected earlier. It got rained on though, but I think it didn't rain enough to really do it too much damage. I think I can throw it on top of the dry stuff and get the fire going. So let's see how it works. Put it out. Now it's going. It's going. Slowly but surely. Nice. Going a little bit. going. Once that's really caught, I will put some of this wet stuff on. Oh, now it's starting to rain again. Let's see if we can get this fire going. Might have to put on my rain gear. Hopefully it's just a little sprinkle. There's more where that came from. Nice. Wet weather fire. I think this is one of the most comfortable wilderness camps I've ever had. I got a new piece of gear, just a simple $3 sit pad, keeping my butt dry. Oops, it's folded up. Hang on, there we go. My butt's dry and comfortable. Nice warm fire, a little bit of a backrest. This is great. There's a storm rumbling in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I hope it's not heading this way. It sounds like a doozy. So the tent did pretty well in the rain. The rain fly sagged a little bit, but I think it was the way I set it up. I need to bring the stakes further forward on the vestibule and stretch it out a little more. And I did that actually. I made the adjustment. Hopefully before this next storm hits. It sounds angry. I wonder if I should make dinner really quick. That might be a wise thing to do. Oh, I thought that storm was going to hit me, but it seems to be going just south of me there. But I got cracking and made my Idahoan potatoes with sausage. Good stuff. It's nice that the thunder is getting further away. Oh, that's good. Glad I'm getting an early dinner, then I can go to bed and get up early, and should be a really nice day tomorrow. Oh yeah, and I forgot, if I hadn't told you yet, I kind of lied. Haven't gone to bed yet. It was too early. I had to get back up. It stopped raining too, so why lay in bed when it's not raining? And so I just went around and took little pictures of flowers and that sort of thing. Maybe I'll share them with you. But I'm having a good time, enjoying a little campfire and listening to the thunder. if you can see those. But those are some really red cones coming out on this tree. I've never seen them so red before. It's just very unusual. Pretty interesting. The mosquitoes are getting pretty active right now, so I put this large punky piece of wood on the fire, smoke them out a little bit. Alright, as soon as I said that it stopped raining, it started raining again. So I'm just sitting here taking cover in this little spruce stand right next to the camp. It's actually pretty good protection in here. And I can see the creek. I've got a little view of the creek, so I can kind of enjoy myself in here. View of the fire on the other side. I don't know if you can see it. It's back there somewhere. Anyway. Ooh, the wind's picking up. And it really started raining. I might have to retreat to the tent again. Let's hope. Oh wow, it's pouring out there. I didn't realize it was raining that hard. That wasn't just the wind I heard, that's rain. Now in this little spruce stand, it's nice and dry. It's amazing. Let's see if I can get some thunder recorded here too, because it's really just sounds cool here. It's been doing it all afternoon, and I've got some on video, but when I played it back I couldn't hear it, so let's hope I can get some. Come on, come on, come on. Here we go. Do you hear that? I love that sound in the mountains. Wasn't super loud, but hopefully the phone picked it up. Alright, it's looking pretty messy out there. It might be time to go hide in the tent. I'll catch you later. Alright, I didn't make it to the tent yet. I'm under a little spruce tree just before the tent. And that's the tent getting pelted by rain. And I'm still dry right here. My fire's still going. Punky log is keeping the water out of the coals. And let's see what temperature it is. Ooh, it's about 45 degrees. It's getting chilly. I'm alright though. Oh, I'm glad to be in the tent now. It's really coming down. Whew. The adventure continues. Natural beauty and adventure. I would say that this will be a good test of my tent. If you can hear me. Woo-wee! I'm having fun. Holy cow, it keeps raining harder. The wind's blowing the tent in against this, but it's still not leaking. You know how some tents you can touch the edge and it comes through? Not this one. It does splash up on the sides though, right here. You see that? Oh, that was close. Holy cow, this is a storm. Woohoo! Yeah, contrary to the thunder, it seems to be calming down now. You can see where I have my shoes and my sit pad. Kind of my doorstep out there. You can see on the edge of the rain fly where all the water is. That was a pretty good little storm. Didn't last too long though. Just enough to give me some adventure. That's what we want. Star Mountain Outdoors and Bushcraft. Natural beauty and adventure. The sun coming up in the valley this morning. That's the way I'm heading. Up that little canyon and to the right. Check that out. That looks so cool. Just beautiful. What a beautiful morning. Check out the viewfinder on my camera. That's not from being in the rain. That's from being in the tent. Just the condensation. And just because it's so humid this morning after the rain. Hopefully I can dry this out before I take off. Good morning, everybody. It is now day 2. I survived the torrential rains last night. I was drying out the rain fly and everything in the sun, but now clouds have come over, so I'm wondering if I should just pack up and go, even if things are a little bit wet. It's not like I'm going to go that far. I plan on only going 3, maybe 4 miles to San Pedro parks. So I think that's what I'm going to do. It's time to pack up. And I guess I'll see you on the trail. Alright folks, I've hit the trail again, and I'm on my way up to San Pedro Parks. Can't wait to get there. I bet it's beautiful. Whew. Another marshy stream crossing. There's a log there that somebody put in. I don't know if you can see that back behind me. That might be the crossing. Let me look around though. Because I see a trail that goes this way too. Through the marsh. I might be able to just jump it right there. The Rio Las Vacas. The huge, gigantic river. Oh yeah, I can just jump this. Heck, I just stepped over it. Alright, and I'm up to a trail junction here, it looks like. Let's see where we are. Anastasia Trail. Vacas Trail. Okay. I'm heading up the Las Vacas Trail to San Pedro Parks. They're all looking at me like they've never seen a person before. They're all curious. Imagine how pretty this scene would be if these were elk and not cows. That would be beautiful. I am seeing an increasing number of elk tracks, which is a good sign. Hopefully I'll get to see some. I don't know if you can see that log crossing behind me, but it was very slippery and I slipped off on both sides. Got a little wet. The adventure continues, eh? Alright folks. These meadows are beautiful, and they go on forever. It's pretty cool. I'm just kind of sad that they're corrupted by cattle. I don't want to say it ruins the experience, it's still a great experience, but it certainly doesn't enhance it. I don't know if you can see them, but there are the elk I've been looking for. Dang it, they're so far away. And it's focusing on the tree and not on the elk. And it looks like they're taking off. Let me see if I can move up and get a view of them. I don't know how they spotted me from so far away, but they got the heck out of there. I don't know if that's one that I'm looking at right there or not. It's hard to say. Sorry about the shaky camera work with the zoom this far. That's gotta be an elk. It turned sideways. Okay, let me get the tripod set up better. They all moved away before I could get a good shot. Go figure. Oh well, I'll keep searching. It's cool to see a few anyway. It looks to me like some of these low hills might have the best camping spots. There's a fire ring right there. That's not a great example, but you get the drift. It's away from the mosquitoes. See that little bird? There's my little baby bird. You guys see him? He's just sitting in a tree right above the trail. It's pretty cool. If you listen carefully, you can hear frogs or toads or something out in that marsh. It seems I have made it to the Continental Divide Trail, which means I'm here. This is San Pedro Parks. This whole complex of meadows here. Yay! Now I guess I need to find a campsite and start exploring. I rounded the corner from that sign and there's another elk. Oh, I just went behind the trees. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Hope it comes back out. There it is. I can sort of see it. Buddy, come out of the trees so I can capture you on film. God, I cannot see. Oh, there he is. You can see him. You can see him. Yeah, you can't. God, they're just behind the trees. Let me turn that a little bit. See if he pops out again. I don't mind wasting some battery life for this. That's right the direction I'm going in too. Maybe I should just pack up and try to get closer. I don't want to scare him into the trees more. Ah, there's a robin right there anyway. I don't know if you can see him. Oh yeah. 2 for 1. Come on, come on, come out of the trees. You know you want that nice grass right there. It is so delicious. He's not coming out. There he is again. You can just barely see his body between the trees. And he's slowly moving behind that other tree. I'll just keep getting closer. She, as the case may be. Try gator centered. There we go. Yay, I got an elk. The glare isn't too bad on the viewfinder. I can actually see it. Man, she stays right next to cover. place up here, it seems like. That's all the way zoomed in. Nice butt. Welcome to the San Pedro Parks on the Continental Divide Trail. Very open, very pretty. It looks like the beetle kill that's hitting Colorado is starting to work its way down here. A lot of dead spruce around there. Alright folks, I've decided to switch to the GoPro on a selfie stick to kind of give you an idea on how expansive these meadows are. I mean, just look around. It's beautiful. Oh, more cows coming up. I'm having a fun time. This is beautiful. Man, it's just getting even more beautiful as I'm coming around the corner here. Looks like I'm gonna have to go through a herd of cows. I don't know if you see these posts. That's what marks the CDT through this area. And there's an elk right there. Right there. Can you see it behind me? Two of them. Just right there. They're hanging out with the cows. She's looking at me. I'm looking at her. You're looking at her. Around every corner, you just don't know what you're going to find. And look how big that meadow is over there. Just beautiful. It might be a little far away for you to see on the GoPro very clearly. But, yeah, those are elk right there. Oh, now they're running for it. Oh, they're scaring the cows. They don't know which way to go. Well, that was pretty cool. Good time to break out the GoPro. Man, there are elk everywhere up here. It's pretty amazing. Okay, I had to break out the tripod with the zoom lens again because there's a whole herd of elk out there. That's pretty cool. There's actually two of them. There's one farther up the park, the meadow. That's awesome. This is what I wanted to see when I came up here. This is awesome. That guy looks like he's in focus, I hope. Oh, they saw me stand up. They're getting nervous. Cow, get out of the shot. Wow. The elk are getting a little jumpy, running around now. Yeah, maybe they're just playing. Looks like one's laying down still. I think this would be a good time for a snack break and a water break and just sit and watch the elk. You see him? There he goes. He's moving now. See with the GoPro. I wish I had the other camera now. don't think I'd have enough time to get the camera out. Wonder if he was after calves or something. He's still there right on the edge of the trees. He's a big one. That one looks like a wolf. Oh geez, I'm coming to a swamp now. How do I get through this? Look at this. That's deep too. And this is the trail. Fun stuff. I think there's only one way to do this. Let's just sludge on through. Oh, it's cold. It's cold. Now this is a nice place. I would totally camp here, except that there are too many cows and the water source is kind of swampy and far away, and there's too much of that. Alright, I took another little break and looked at the map and decided that I'm gonna go ahead and leave San Pedro Park and head down the trail here along the CDT, because it looks like it follows close to the creek down here, and there's probably some good campsites along the creek, I would imagine. So let's do that. Where the creek's running faster, it's not as swampy, cows aren't pooping in it. There might be more mosquitoes, but we'll see. Maybe I can still kind of find a place up on the hill, but close enough to the water. I'll look around. Somebody put a lot of work into this stretch of trail. It's very pretty. Look at the rock work there. Awesome. I see a footbridge coming up. Why don't they have more of those on this trail? My feet would be much drier. I guess it doesn't really matter because they're whole swamps. They have to bridge the whole swamp. Oh, what a surprise, another cow. Okay, another 3 cows. One more. Really, they built a footbridge over this little stream after all that we crossed? Look at this, this is nothing. What were these people thinking? A lot of work for just this. Let me show you my cow friends. See those guys over there? I'm coming for you. Yep. Alright, see you in a few. This has been another long meadow. Wow. And can you see that cloud buildup back there? It looks like we might get some storms again today. Let's see, what time is it? It is 11:38. Ooh, it's almost time for lunch. Nice. Looks like I'm going to lose the cows. They ran up that way. They thought I was hurting them or something. They ran off down the meadow. I just kind of wanted to show you that cloud buildup most of all. That's pretty impressive. Looks like a volcano erupted. That's pretty. Well, I was checking out the stream this whole way to see if there's any trout in there. I finally saw one. So there are fish in this creek and in the Las Vacas. The Las Vacas were very small though. This one looked a little bigger. Pretty little creeks here. Hey, that looks like an old beaver dam. That makes me wonder if beavers had once something to do with the creation of these meadows here by damming up the creeks and letting it fill up with sediment. Interesting. Wow, this is a pretty footbridge. Nice meadow. Pretty awesome. Wow, look at that view. Amazing. Let's keep going. And we are at our next trail junction. What could this be? We've got Anastasio Trail. Back to the Rio Las Vacas. We passed that junction this morning. Los Pinos Trail and the Continental Divide Trail goes down the hill. And the Lucero Trail I was thinking of taking goes that way, which must be toward that signpost. I'm thinking now of taking the Anastasio Trail. That'll keep me up high, and I think it might be prettier. Let's do that. Pretty little valley through here. Ah, more cows. Dang it. A little bad hand. That way it doesn't mess with my rotator cuff injury. I see another swamp ahead. Yay! My feet were starting to get dry. I think this is going to be a pretty trail. It shows it going through a lot of open areas, so I kind of want to see it. And then I can take the Clear Creek Trail back to the trailhead, and it'll go to the same place as that other Lucerne Trail or whatever it was. Anyway. Or Lucero Trail. Wishy squash. Welcome to the swamp. Yeah, I wasn't seeing a lot of good camping spots down along that creek anyway, like I thought I would. Oh, look at this. Do you see how this tree has just been attacked by something? Up high, too. That's what elk do when they're shedding their velvet and that sort of thing on their antlers. Crazy, that must have been a huge elk. I'm having cow issues again. There's some bull or something down there making a lot of noise. There's these guys here that want to run right in front of me. And there they go, off to the races again. Guys, I'm going down the trail. If you guys run onto the trail, I'm not gonna move away from you. If you would have stayed put, you would have been fine. I hate cows. Oh my god, there's a really angry bull that wants this herd of cows, and it's coming up behind me. I hate cows. Oh, at least these guys are finally staying still so that I can get by them. Ah, yay. I feel better now that I'm past them. That could have been a hairy situation. Getting between that bull and his cows. He's still on his way up here. Big sucker too. Maybe I can watch him from the trail back here. Looks like it crosses the creek again right here. Excuse me. If I can find a place to cross. It's rather swampy again. Yeesh. I'm not going to jump there. Let's try another spot. Ah, this looks like the spot. Somebody even put a little marker there. Can I step there? Yeah, I can step there. Yay. Listen to that guy. He's randy as all get out. Alright. Now I'm in the trees, I feel safe. Here he comes. Heading for his cows. Did you see him fighting that bush? You hear the noises he's making? Now he's made it to his cows. Alright. He's calmed down now that he's back with his females. And I've had enough of studying cow behavior. Time to keep hiking. Try to find a place away from the cows. kind of a cool spot. I almost thought about camping here. Right here at this another awesome meadow, there's a turn in the trail. Leads away from the swamp, thank you. Okay, the trail came from that direction, which you can't even tell is hardly a trail. There's one post here. That's an easy sign. But what next? I think I sort of see a path right there. I guess that's the way I'll go. We're soon to find out. Okay, I believe that was the trail, but man, you could barely tell. That's where I came from. Out in the middle of that meadow, you could not tell that was a trail. Check these out. I think these are called coral root or something like that. They're not fully grown yet. There is an elk right through there. I don't know if you can see her. I might have to sneak around the trees. It's really close though. Dang, they keep moving. Well, there's one laying down right in there. They heard me. I can hear them running through the bush now. Dang it. I wonder who saw me. Oops, there's one. There he goes. I had zoomed in, you could barely see him. I was sneaking around the corner. There's more. They're all just standing there now. Whoops, there they go. Hi, elk. Here is a sign that says the Upper Clear Creek Trail. And points in this direction. I see no trail indicators there anywhere. But that's the way I want to go, so I'm going to have to try to figure it out, I think. And the clouds keep building, and they're all around me now. It's going to storm soon. I got to find a place to camp. Okay, I seem to be following a trail of some sort here. Really nice open flat ground. It just looks like a cow trail. I don't see any actual footprints or anything that would lead me to believe people use this. But it's the best I could find. It goes in the general direction that the map and the sign pointed, so I'm going to go with it for now. If not, there's plenty of places to pitch a tent here, and I just will drain rainwater, or yeah, I'll just collect rainwater for drinking or something, because it's probably going to rain tonight too. Yeah, I just crossed this area. Hard to tell again that there's a trail there, but I found the way somehow. There's a rock pile right there. And here's where the trail continues. Down to Upper Clear Creek. Alright, now after about a mile, I've got to a place where it actually looks like a trail, and I'm sure I'm going the right way. So, yay to my instincts. Check it out. A very old elk shed. Pretty cool. Shooting stars, one of my favorite flowers. I don't know. Unless I find a good campsite away from the cows, I don't know if I want to spend another night out here. I might just hike all the way out today, even if it rains. Alright folks, it's been a long day. I started hiking at 9 and it's now 2:30. I just stopped and took a rest at a place that would have made a good campsite, but I'm deciding to just hike out the rest of the way today. Cut it a day short. So it's about 4 to 5 miles left to get out of here, all downhill. I think I can do it in 2-3 hours easy. So I'm gonna try to beat the weather. And that's your latest update. We'll see you in a few. Alright, I didn't see the junction with the Lucero Trail. But I'm back to the first trail I hiked on coming in. So only about 3 miles left. Whew. Alright folks, it's been a long day. I'm about ready to leave Clear Creek and head to San Gregorio Reservoir, which means I've got just under 2 miles left. So I'm happy about that, getting tired. It's probably been about a 12-mile day so far, I'd guess. So 14 total. So I'm getting to my goal of, 15 plus miles a day with a full pack. So that's good, quicker than I thought, although this is an easier wilderness than some of them. A little flatter for the most part. So conclusions on this trip would be, it was pretty. I didn't like all the cows. I don't like coming around the corner, and around every corner, every meadow, there's a herd of cows. To me, that kind of ruins the wilderness experience a little bit. I don't want to hike through a cow pasture. I want to hike through elk and deer. But I did see lots of elk, so that kind of makes up for it a little bit. A little marshier than I expected. The trails aren't very well designed to go around the marshy, boggy spots. So I hiked, 12 miles today in wet shoes the whole way. But that's good practice for the AT. The spot I camped at last night was really pretty, lots of wildflowers and that sort of thing. I can see how strong that storm was by the condition of the trail on the way back down. I could see where it had washed away a lot of the trail and that sort of thing. It was amazing, really. Tested out my tent in that big storm, which was good. It kept me dry. There's a few things that maybe could have been better. Maybe it was my fault for not quite setting it up as bulletproof as I could have. But all in all, this has been a good trip. And I'll probably give you some evening time shots of San Gregorio Reservoir on the way out. And that'll be about it. This has been another edition of Star Mountain Outdoors and Bushcraft. I'm John, signing out. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and enjoy my videos. Thank you. I decided there was one more issue to touch upon before I turned off the microphone. Is that I saw nobody else today. So I would say that the opportunity for solitude in this wilderness is very high. So that's a good thing. So like anywhere, this place has its perks and its negatives. But overall, I had a nice trip. I just don't want to spend another night with cows. One more look at the reservoir. I think they imported this rock from Stonehenge.